W have been selling to the downside, guys. You know names that are really good. That is what you want to hold for a long term. Sometimes it pays to take profit when it comes, right? So look at how price has been pushing to the upside. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Well, this is your boy Francis. Welcome to the Trading Success Show. You can email me at tradingsuccessshow@gmail.com if you have any questions or concern. Of course, if this is your first time, you're welcome to this channel. Please subscribe if you have the moment, if you have the time, like as well. And also for those who have been here for a while, you are also welcome. Today we're going to be talking about some stocks making new highs and others actually selling off or channeling down or channeling to the upside. However, the analysis here is going to be levels that I will be watching today and what we have with SMCI. Okay, for now, let's get on to what the earnings whisper is talking about, and as well as the US economic calendar and the map. But before then, this is not a recommendation to buy or to sell any stock or equity. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now let's take a look at the US economic calendar. What we got going on Monday, pretty much we're going to have monthly US federal budget, as well as on Tuesday NFIB optimism index, PPI as well. Core PPI is gonna be out, and beige book is gonna be there. And this is one of Fed's favorite as well, Jay Powell. So Wednesday, pretty much we're going to have core CPI tell us more indicative of what the inflation is looking like. Are we going higher or lower, what have you? And we're also going to have some Fed speakers as well. Thursday, initial jobless claim with retail sales and IPI as well. Business inventory and home builder confidence index. Friday, of course, we're going to be having housing stats, building permits, capacity utilization. These are going to really move the market in one shape or form, or to the upside or downside or what have you. So now let's get into what our groups are looking like, different sector for S&P 500. We're looking at pretty much the full chart here, and one day performance. This is just the Friday, but I do like looking at the week, and then you see sectors that are actually green. Energy is green, followed by healthcare services overall down, asset management, credit card services, some form of real estate as well down there, down to the downside. Consumer defensive communications pretty much green. They're pretty much scattered names. Semiconductor as well, mostly green, and of course the banks. Okay, so keep an eye out on telecommunication services there as well. They are on the downside. Leading the market to the downside, pretty much Netflix is down, Oracle is down, Palantir is down, BLK as well, HDB is down. Overall, we're going to be looking at sectors for the year, and of course for in terms of the year performance, we're looking at 34 or 35% here on technology, communication services, financial, consumer, cyclical, and of course overall basic materials, healthcare pretty much down. Basic material, which comprises of your ABT and also ASM and so on and so forth. Okay, Now let's get into earnings whisper. Right here we're looking at nothing much Monday for me, but you can look at KBH there, and as well Wednesday pretty much is going to continue. West Fargo is there, BlackRock is there, and we'll continue. Banks pretty much continuing. TSM as well is going to be Thursdays. That's going to be interesting to watch. Schlumberger on Friday, and Citizen Bank pretty much. So nothing really major, but looking at this investment institution banks, which is financial, before the open Thursday. So keep an eye out as Citi and JP Morgan's open the earnings week. Okay. Overall, supercomputer pretty much looking at it. One thing I like about it is institutional ownership is very high, almost about 50% on institutional ownership, so which I do like. And these are the boys that are in it, like Vanguard Group, BlackRock Group, Morgan Stanley, and so on and so forth, are actually invested in this company. So the only thing killing it is pretty much their earnings report, which is slated to report on February 02/03/2025. So keep an eye out for that earning release. We'll see if they do good. Overall, they've been really beaten in terms of sales. So we'll see how and what is going to happen there on SMCI. Let's take a look at the chart as well. So pretty much the chart does look good in terms of inverse head and shoulder, which is, guess what, our bullish pattern. So retesting this area is also a good thing, and then continue to the upside. Now we're having an issue with this downtrend, this beautiful trend right here. So for now we're looking at resistance here on that trend. Let's take a look at SPY, what we're expecting the market to do in this coming week. Overall, we are in the demand zone again. I talked about it and said, hey, we're actually looking at trend resistance here, and I'm expecting this to revisit this trend and then fail. That is exactly what happened. I was expecting this 600 to break and hold right above it, but then, you know, the sell pressure actually came in on this candle right here, and then boom, we sold off, failed the 20, failed the 50. And right now we're looking at support at 580. If this doesn't hold come next week, we're going to be looking at price back to 575, if not 570 on SPY. And don't forget, we got on the 20th is going to be the inauguration for the new president. So, and pretty much we actually don't know what the plan is going to be, what his agenda is going to be. So it's going to be flip-flopping here, but keep an eye out on this market, okay? And we'll see what kind of roller coaster we're gonna get on these markets. So trade cautiously, trade carefully. And now let's get into the stock. PEP also been selling off, and of course, you know, this is one of our dividend player, and I sold some of my position, and right now I think I'm looking at 140 in the coming days for another collection there. Adobe as well, ADBE been selling off as well. 400, that is the next target on my radar. LROCX, this is LEM Research Group or Corp. Pretty much we're looking at trend rejection, double top here, $80 area, reject back into 20 and 50 exponential moving average with support there. I think this will continue back to the top, to the upside, but for now this is going to be long-term support for me on that name. EQIX as well, also selling off as of a Friday close. Right now we're looking at support at 880 if this $900 spot doesn't hold as support. Overall, I'm looking at the 200 moving average for my long-term pick right there. Palantir as well. So many retail investors in this, and right now we're looking at trend right here. This is our uptrend. We're looking at that, and if that 60 area holds our support, we are good. Overall, we need to fail 50 exponential moving average in order to attain that $60 spot. Looking at the downtrend, we are still oversold on that name. General Motors as well, coming into new administration. We'll see if oil and gas pretty much picks up. Right now we're looking at support. We're back to support $50 zone. For now, I am actually looking for the $200 200 moving average spot on this General Motors. In terms of defense, we're looking at that downtrend fail. Right now we're looking at support at this trend, which coincide with our 50 exponential moving average. Not really far away from the 200, which is my favorite area for collection. So keep an eye out there. One of my favorite stock as well is Colgate. Is still not back to my collection zone, my area for a pick. Right now the channel is down. The channel is down on this name, so I'm not really looking at it at this point in time, and I'm not thinking about bottom bounce play there. Overall, CAT Caterpillar right now failing crucial area, which is our 200 moving average, which also incline with our trend price line support. For now, 358 is if 358 reclaim, then we'll continue higher there, but for now we are failing back into 350 support. So keep an eye out on that. Eye on Q. All right, eye on Q, that's how I call it. Pretty much we're looking at a failing candle right here to the downside. Found support around $26 spot. For me, guys, I'm still looking at the 200 moving average for my collection there. ITW, I've been selling to the downside, guys. Names that are really good. That is what you want to hold for a long term. Sometimes it pays to take profit when it comes, right? So look at how price has been pushing to the upside, and guess what? Back down and almost give back the gains, right? So you want to be taking profit as things rolls out and rolls in. Okay. PANW also looking at levels. So once your level of support breaks, you want to be looking at taking profit. Look at that. Okay, so you want to be looking at taking profit, because guess what, this may continue down. You never know, right? So taking profit, locking in profit is also a beautiful trading strategy as well. Okay, you lock in profit and this sold off back into our favorite zone, and then that profit, you may want to add that profit back in, or just sit on the sideline and see what this does, right? So keep an eye out there. AZN as well, with the bird flu going on, and we really don't know how that is going to pan out in the coming months, right? So keep an eye out on this downtrend there, and with price support on this name. For overall, looking at the 200 moving average, you revisit on that as well. Deals are off on UniFirst. Okay, UNF, right now the deals are off, and pretty much that gap up. I'm expecting this back down, and let's see if CTAS decide to revisit this name. Overall, CTAS also is down, and we're looking at resistance at 193, 192 area. Right now we are really around that 200 moving average for price action, price motivation for a long-term hold right there. Look at where this stock is coming from after that forwardness in the split. So keep an eye out there. MROK as well, we're looking at more momentum to the upside if price can break 103. Dell, that is your long-term play. I do love their computers, and of course keep an eye out on 125. We're still around that 200 moving average area, so 115 need to hold as a support. Okay, Cathy Wood have been actually buying this name, so, and really don't know why she's buying it, but pharmaceuticals is not my thing, right? So I'll be looking for price back into this trend, see if it comes on that name. Cisco as well, these are your long-term solid stock. Right now we're looking at support at the 20. If it does fail, next is going to be the 50, which is not bad right here, so keep an eye out there on your trade. Boeing as well, finding a hard time getting out of the 200 moving average area, but right now we have a solid support with increased buy side on this candle, so keep an eye out on that beautiful name. Also taking a look at Walmart as well. Walmart right now have been holding the 20 exponential moving average, failed it, reclaim, and then back in. Now we're breaking down trend. We're looking for more to the upside. $100, like I said, is the next target on this name. Google as well. Google at this point, we're looking at a $200 spot back into that area. If the 20 exponential moving average does hold and the market does hold, and then we should be good to go out there. And Lily, LLY as well, downtrend is breaking right now on that name, so keep an eye out on Lily for the price action, the price change on the AMD. Also right now retesting the 115 area support, so keep an eye there. NVDA as well selling off, market followed suit as well. Support right now is going to be this trend right here, 135. That is going to be your support. Netflix is one of your trade for a long term, right? Right now for me, I'm looking at the 200 moving average area, which is that 725 $700 spot if it does come. However, we are in the oversold 32% on RSI, so this could, you know, bounce back up. But for now, keep an eye out for 825 support. If it doesn't, then we're looking at the trend right here at $800 on Netflix. Guys, the remaining chart, I'm going to post them up on my stock tweet and on Twitter X account. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your beautiful weekend with me. Peace and love, guys. Bye bye.